Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today is a coloring video and we're going to be talking about BioShock Infinite. And so I've already drawn and lined the sketch, and so yeah, we're just coloring it for now. And just gonna talk a little bit about the game. I played all three games. I didn't play any of the DLC. I loved the third game, and I felt as I played each game, I felt like they got better and better and better. And some people would disagree and say that the games got worse, but I just don't feel that way, And when I'm playing games, I really get into it, like it's really like it just kind of envelops you. I love games with a great storyline. I love games with great graphics. And I felt like with each progression, the storylines just got more unique. And the gameplay is really fun. I like how they changed up the mechanics each time and how you were a different person each time, with your own personal storyline. It's just, I don't know. I just really enjoyed it, and the visuals are stunning, especially BioShock 2, where I like the jump from the first game to the second. I like the jump in graphics, and I love the contrast of those neon lights up against the dark atmospheric environment, so those bright corals and I really liked like the Art Deco style, in the game. And then in the third game, you're in the city in the sky. It's set in 1912, and I really think that they represented the era accurately. I thought it was like really wonderful to feel like you were going back in time, And the first moment of stepping into that world, it's just breathtaking. Everything is bright and lush, and the city is booming. I spent a good hour of my time just kind of running around, just oogling everything, taking it all in. Whether it was like listening to the NPCs' dialogues with each other, like their background chatter, or oh my gosh, the mechanical horse-drawn carriage was really, really cool. Like I just spent like a good chunk of my time staring at that. I thought that was fun. And as you're going through, like, you realize there's some kind of festival going on. There's like a parade, and everything's like floating. It's just really cool. And the game escalates really quickly, though. I mean, you find out like there's this like kind of antichrist character. Apparently it's you, and the police, like they grab you by the hand and stuff, and then they all just start shooting, and then boom, you're thrown into gunfire and running around. It's just, I don't know, it was kind of chaotic. But like, your goal is to find this girl named Elizabeth, and you've been told that you're going to be like, all your debts will be paid off if you find her, which is a lie. That's not really going to happen, but you find that out like later. There's a theory that this isn't your first time here, because the entire game is set around this concept of multiple like parallel universes and stuff, or like alternate dimensions and things like that. So you're not just living one life, you're living a bunch of different lives simultaneously. And there are these characters that are like these twins, and there's a part in the early on beginning of the game where like they flip a coin and ask you heads or tails, and they have a tally mark of how many heads or tails have been called. And at first you would think, oh well, they're asking everybody heads or tails, and they're just tallying up their responses. But the reality is they're just tallying up your response. And that's where that theory comes in, that like potentially you've gone on this exact same quest hundreds of times, and you have failed the quest every single time, like you haven't won it yet, and like you're still reliving that same time loop or whatever. I don't know, or like whatever dimension that they've gone in to find you to send you on this quest every time that character has failed, you know? So it's just really interesting. I don't know. It's just so hard to explain. Like, I understand the concept of it. It's just kind of hard to explain it. Other gamers have explained it better than I just did. I'll tell you that. But I loved Elizabeth. She ends up being like your daughter, you know. So you have like a baby that you give up, and to yourself, you can yourself, you know, there's like a point in the game where like you get baptized, and if you choose to go through with the baptism, you end up being the villain of the game. And if you don't go through with the baptism, you end up being this like anti-hero, you know, which is just wild to me. And so the baby in question ends up being Elizabeth, and I can't even, like, the game is insane. But she's been like trapped her entire life in this tower, and she has these magical abilities where she can rip seams in time and pull things through from other dimensions into our world. It's so chaotic, but visually she kind of reminds me of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. I think she's really cute, and I like this whole narrative of, you know, her being trapped and her wanting freedom, and she just wants to explore the world. She's tired of being cooped up, and there's this giant mechanical bird who is kind of her guardian, like keeping her locked in her tower, you know. So in my picture, I drew the songbird, and a lot of the children in the town have like plushie versions of this bird. So I drew the plushie version. I drew it like humongous, and I drew Elizabeth like laying in its lap, and I put in the flag from the city, and I drew the words freedom and graffiti, and there's like a cage with wings. There's like a part of the game where she gets like a neck choker, like a brooch for her neck choker, and you can choose if you want the cage or if you want the bird. And I think we ended up choosing the cage because I asked my kids and they said what they wanted, and so I just picked it. I don't think it has any significance in the storyline. I think it's just a really interesting part of the game, you know? My favorite part of the entire game is like the most random part, but there's a scene where you're in this building and there's a guitar, and you pick up the guitar and sit down and start playing a tune, and Elizabeth starts singing like a little song. And that whole little scene I thought was so cool. I love when games do stuff like that, you know? Like there's a scene in Bastion where you're exploring this like underground mine area, and you can hear someone singing in the background. It just kind of takes your breath away, you know? I just love moments like that in games. I just think it's really, I don't know, I just really like it. But, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think everyone should play the BioShock series. Like if you haven't already, you should definitely go buy it. It usually goes on sale. I mean, I got mine on the Switch. I got the entire collection for $10, you know, and that's like an $80 bundle. So I thought that was like a fantastic deal, you know, and I thought, well, $10, I might as well buy it. And then I waited a year before I played it, you know, because I have like a shopping problem. Like I'll buy stuff, especially if it's on sale, when it comes to like the eShop and whatever. And then I'll play it when I finally feel like I'm in the mood to play it, you know. Like I won't play it like instantaneously, you know. But I'm glad I finally got around to it. And then once I started, I couldn't stop, you know. And yeah, I loved the ending of the game. I thought that was really cool. And it's sad that you die, but I know that it's for a good cause that they do kill you, you know. That was cool. It's like spoilers. I'm just spoiling the entire dang game. If you haven't played it, I'm sorry. It just spoiled the whole thing for you. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you liked the picture. And let me know if you like playing the BioShock games down in the comments. And yeah, or if you do like playing them, like which one of the three is your favorite and why, you know. But I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.